I'm asking because she is well known and you are not known in politics, but I like that we have an Albanian that has the power of constructing businesses, that has the power of seeing the reality with other eyes, being in Kosovo, starting from the scratch, building your own dream, and now you think that's time for Albanian to be in Congress. And we support, we as Albanian, we as the Albanian TV of America, we support the involvement of all the Albanians, the young generation in the politics. Doesn't matter if it is a Republican or if it is Democrat Party. Everyone has his priorities. I like the fact that you're saying that in your campaign you have from different positions that are gathering and supporting you because you are not just so-called politician, but you are somebody that has built a business starting from the scratch and has his own company in building as much as I ever had. What is your opinion about the Albanians' need to be involved in politics?
The time has never been more important for Albanians to be involved in politics than now. After the war in Kosovo finished, our journey really began. Because until then, we had a dictator's grip around our throats, and we were not allowed to educate ourselves. We were not allowed to have any freedoms or liberties. And members of that government are still in power today, including the president, who was the minister during that genocidal regime in the 90s. And the Serbian government is spending upwards of $45+ million a year. That's open for anybody to look up in lobbying United States congressmen, United States senators, and presidents to get favorable likings and for us to lose our footing in the political world. We as Albanians are a very proud people, and we're all over the world in diaspora. And for a small population relative to other countries, we've made a big impact anywhere in the world that you go to, in medical, in arts, in construction, in real estate, teaching, doctors, every category you could think of, we're involved and we're excelling. And we need to have successful folks want to get into politics. It's not fun. You lose a lot of friends. You become, well, there's only two teams you can play for, a Republican team, Democrat team. And where I'm at in New York, the Democrats have control, and their ideology and mine are a little bit different, but majority of my friends are Democrats. So you find a position where you say, okay, I'm gonna run for office because it's time, and I happen to be Albanian. It's just like a bonus. And we need a representative in the halls of Congress. We're great at writing big checks to congressional members and senators, and we're invited to galas and dinners, and we're involved politically with our wallets, but we don't have that many folks that want to get involved and get into the fight. And when I decided to do it, and I looked at all the pros of doing it, being Albanian was a big pro for me because it's who I am, it's authentic to me, and it's the grit in me as an Albanian that can help me get there. We had, during pre-war in Kosovo, Joe Diogardi, a congressman from New York, was having a congressional hearing with a Serbian congresswoman from the States. And we have yet to have a Shqiptar sit in the halls of Congress. You referred to Robert earlier. I'm very proud to see him doing it. It's interesting that we're running at the same time. I'm rooting for him. And it would be really a big thing if we get two of us in there. But even if he gets in and I don't, or vice versa, I'm really happy if one of us can get there because we need representation in Washington.
I wish that. I wish with all my heart. Another question that I have. We as Albanian, you mentioned as an individual, we are very successful. But we lose because we don't connect in the right time. We don't connect with each other. And one of the handicaps that the Albanian American have is they don't vote. So you have to fight for this too.
There's some truth to that, but I'll push back a little bit. Take example our meeting. You've been persistent. As soon as you found out about me, you've called me, you stayed on top of it, and I'm on the campaign trail, I'm running a business, and I have a family, so I'm incredibly busy, and you did not let go of the opportunity to get to speak with me, and I appreciate that. Other Albanians have reached out to me as well. I think we've been conditioned to be really good to work independently in our own, because in our country, historically, we're never allowed to get together in groups, because imagine what we can accomplish if we galvanize and unify. You can drop us off, take 100 Albanians, drop them off into 100 locations of the world, go back 10 years later, and almost every one of them is doing something great with their life in any metric or scale. But we're not used to getting together in a neighborhood or a community and then us all pushing it together. We did during the war. When there's something big going on, we can do it. And look what we did back then. We toppled the Yugoslav regime. We toppled their former president, who ended up taking his own life in The Hague. We're a powerful community when we get together for the right reasons. But we also need someone to rally behind, right? So if there's no candidates, we can't blame the community for not supporting when there's no candidates. And I came into this with a very positive outlook. I don't have a chip on my shoulder. I love the Albanian community. I happen to be an Albanian. Brezmas Brezi, I'm Shqiptar. So for me, it's my job to prove to them that I'm the candidate and I'm the guy to come out, listen to me. I listen to them, donate to my campaign, and watch what we do, and let's make history together. They have somebody to look at now.
You said donate. I know in the primary, all the challenge is money, because in American politics, there are two, money and voters. So votes and money. In the first phase, I see here with Robert is money, because you have to have a certain amount of money. You have to show your party that you are reliable, that you can raise that amount of money in order to be electable. So
Sure.
How is going?
Good. We started the campaign in February. What I did a little bit different than most typical campaigns do, which is that when you start a campaign, what they do is they go to their friends and family first for donations to see if they have some support, and then they start their fundraising, and usually start within your community and go out. I started within my own house. So I've started my campaign, and I got the staffers that I needed, and I wanted to test the support from the public for my political ideology. And I put the whole infrastructure and foundation of a campaign like an elite politician has it, but as a newcomer. I spoke to the community and everybody to get a feeling of what everybody needs and wants. And when I saw that there was support for my campaign, I funded from that beginning to now. I funded all personally with my own money, because I didn't think it was fair to use my community's money for something I didn't know whether it was viable or not. We see a path to victory, and we have a vision to win. And I financed that myself. Now I'm having next month in October 23rd, we're having the campaign launch party in New York. I hope you can come out here and be part of that. I would love to have you and your team come. You'll get the invitation, and you and your team can come. It would be an honor to have you guys. So that's going to be our official launch party. I'm going to have friends, I'm going to have family, I'm going to have local businesses and local folks that live in the neighborhoods all there. It's going to be an excellent party. And that's the first official fundraiser where I'm asking the community for money. And that's about 9 months after I started my campaign. So I've gotten it very far on my own, but now to turn this into a real thing, I need the support, and we have a real thing going.
How is the relation between the Albanian communities, Latino communities, Bengali communities? There are population from Bangladesh. They are Muslim, but they maybe support you because you are a Muslim from Kosovo, because that is their mentality. You have to go with the mentality of various groups. And so I think that this conglomerate, this mosaic, may have so the direction that will push you up, how you are working with different communities. You mentioned also Italian and Irish that are from long time in Bronx and in the area.
I think I'm in a unique position and uniquely qualified to handle this exact topic. It's touching for some people, it's sensitive. As Albanians, you know, we started out without any religion, and then we became Orthodox, and then we became Christian, and then we became Muslim, and then we had communism for 50 plus years. We weren't allowed to do anything, and now we're mixed. And I think the Albanian culture probably leads the world in the ability to coexist between faiths. I'm a prime example of that. I'm Muslim, my wife's Catholic. We have 2 beautiful children together. Our families live in harmony. We celebrate Bayram, we celebrate Christmas. We don't have that dividing factor which makes us feel superior or inferior to one or the other. I protect her rights with every ounce of my blood, and she does that for me. And that in itself is exactly what we as Albanians represent. And we can teach that culture to everyone because it's one of tolerance. And it goes parallel with the US Constitution because we believe that all men are created equal and we have alienable rights. And this is very different than a lot of other countries. And I think I'm in a unique position to speak to the different nationalities and religions, and they can see in me that I'm like them. And I'm not going to favor one or the other because it just happens to be the timing, and I think it's time for me.